Welcome back to the channel. Today we're doing an engine bay cleaning of my 2004 Honda Accord. We're keeping this really simple. All I'm using is my electric pressure washer, which, believe it or not, pressure washers use a lot less water than a garden hose. And we want to keep the water to a minimum here. So I don't even use a nozzle. I just want it to drip out. And I'm using an all-purpose cleaner by Chemical Guys. You can dilute this. You don't need a lot. But you want something that's going to lift the dirt. And we're not working with paint, so you don't have to worry about messing up the paint. You can be a little more aggressive here with the engine bay. Although you do need to be mindful of wires. You need to be mindful of the intake, of the battery. So as you can see, I have a microfiber towel covering up the battery. And I've got a Chemical Guys brush. I'm just going to agitate some of the dirt. This isn't something you need to do every time. This is something you can do once a year, you know, especially for your daily driver. Once a year is more than enough. I'm spraying off the brush, and I do have a bucket that you can't see off camera with some more all-purpose cleaner in it mixed with water. So here we go. We're going to scrub down scrubbing everything down here. This really freaks people out, you know. But as long as your battery doesn't get wet, you don't get any water in the intake, all of your caps need to be tight. Make sure everything is tight, your oil cap, your dipsticks, anything underneath, because you do not want to get water where it doesn't belong. But remember, the car gets wet when you drive it in the rain. From underneath, water kicks up, rain kicks up, so a little bit of water isn't going to hurt. The key is you just want to use just a little bit of water here, and just enough soap to lift the dirt so you can wash it away. Most cars you can do this. You should definitely check your owner's manual or jump on YouTube if you're not sure. Especially if you have an exotic car, you definitely want to look into it, research it more before you do that. And then, of course, most of you, if exotics, are going to a professional detailer to take care of that. But for normal cars, Hondas, Toyotas, Ford, Chevrolet, you can do this. Just cover up the battery, cover up the intake, and you're good to go. Watch out for the electrical stuff. Keep the water to a minimum. Scrubbing down with the brush. It's funny, every time I watch myself on camera, I'm doing a voiceover here obviously, every time I watch myself on camera it looks like I'm putting a lot of pressure, but I'm not. I remember washing the vehicle for the first time on camera and it looked like I was really pressing down hard when I wasn't. So this car is a 2004 Accord EX V6. Has the 3-liter VTEC single overhead cam, great motor, naturally aspirated, 240 horsepower, plenty of power to get around, decent mileage, runs good. Got about 75,000 on this. It's my boring daily, but dependable, reliable, very affordable, and visible on the highway. You gotta love all that stuff, man. I'm telling you, it's great to have a plain daily. But if you're a neat freak like me, you still got to take good care of it. You've got to clean it, wash, wax, detail it, paint correct, all that stuff. And I've got some more videos coming on that. I actually did this last summer, and I basically did everything to the car. Everything that I could at home with my home setup. So we did a 2-stage paint correction and put a sealant and some Colonite wax. So here we go. Again, you can see not much water's coming out of there. I don't have a nozzle, not even the white nozzle. So it's just dripping out, and I can wash away some of the all-purpose cleaner and then go back over it with a microfiber towel. I don't put any dressing or anything on it. I mean, this is just, it's not a show car, obviously, and I'm not really crazy about doing that anyway, and I've heard mixed things about that. Rinsing it off, and it looks like a lot more water than it actually is. There really isn't a lot of water that's going onto the engine. I'm sure there'll be people in the comments if this video takes off telling me that I'm crazy, but you can do this. It's not that big of a deal. Comment below if you know how much water the pressure washer saves versus a garden hose. Because if you just use a straight garden hose, it would be 2 to 3 times as much water going through that would be going through the engine right now. Not going through the engine, but you know what I mean. Onto the engine. Checking everything out, make sure I got everything. I think I need to start wearing waterproof sneakers when I detail my cars. If you have any recommendations for those, comment below. I do have some Gore-Tex Hoka boots, whatever they're called. Looks pretty clean. That's good enough for me. For a daily driver, that's what you want. Just nice and clean, get the pollen out of there, and then you are good to go. Thanks for watching, guys. Like and subscribe. We got lots of more stuff coming. Stay tuned.